Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am a little under the weather still, as I'm sure you can hear. Apologize that I look like Rudolph from those claymation videos, but I have my Puffs Plus here, and I am ready to rock. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. And this is for your entertainment purposes only.
That's completely true. One night when I was a teenager, my friends and I found a payphone that was broken, so you could call long distance for free. If you don't know what that means, just keep scrolling. I don't have time to explain the 90s to you. We spent that night calling random numbers in England and telling them their beloved Princess Diana was dead, and then we would hang up and laugh. I don't know why this was funny. I guess because we were idiots. But less than 24 hours later, Princess Diana was tragically killed in a car accident. Or she was murdered by the royal family, depending on which podcast you listen to. But either way, there are people in England who've spent the last 25 years believing they received a phone call the night before that event from some cosmic source of truth and knowledge warning them, when really it was just idiots. And I know a lot of people think everything happens for a reason, and maybe that's true, but maybe at least sometimes the reason is just idiots.
Well, that's definitely true. My initial reaction to this was to think, okay, this is perfect proof of exactly what I say. Don't believe everything. There's usually an explanation behind things. But upon further thinking about this, maybe it still is a message, some cosmic knowledge that can, because why would they say that? Why did they feel the need to say that? That came to them from somewhere. Cruel as it may have been and very weird to do, I mean, it came from somewhere. They still did that. That meant it might be the story that those people have. And in this guy's head, it's like, oh, that was just us. But it was real. So I don't know. Which way do you guys lean?
Wanted to be
There we go.
this person that lived with us. Name was Sydney.
Yeah, I remember Sydney.
She really wanted to be famous, I guess. And she met somebody who could promise her that. And he was like, I know how to make you famous. And she's like, how? And he's like, we can turn you into anything. We can turn you into a singer, an actor, whatever you want. And one day he visited her apartment and he was like in a suit and tie. And I came in and I saw him in the suit. And then she's like, please leave. And she closed the door on me, so I left. And she came up to my apartment sobbing. And she was like, this guy, please, you cannot repeat this. And for 3 years, I held the story to myself because I thought that was going to kill me. They were like, if you ever repeat this, they'll kill me and they'll kill you and they'll kill anybody that you love. And she was sobbing to me. And she's like, there's this guy, he came to me. And he's like telling me, she was like, this guy came to me. He's like, I can turn you into anything you want to be, but you have to sacrifice somebody. And I just spoke to my mother and my mom. My mom really supports me and she's like willing to be sacrificed.
What? Your mom is willing to, oh, you know what? Take me, have your fame life. That's crazy. And it's crazy that you would even consider it to the extent that you're telling other people. I don't know. Do you think she was just playing them? Or do you think that that's really something that happened? I mean, other celebrities have come out and, I mean, Kanye, right? He has expressed that that's what happened to his mother. So I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on, weird, dark stuff, but I would never even bring that up as an option for the people that I love in my life. That's crazy that you love fame more than, that's just.
Look. There's a lot of fucking people here. This one hasn't even good.
I've seen a few of these videos and I know that a lot of people are saying they're trees, things like that are just popping up. But I mean, why don't the other trees show up? And it's people. I mean, it's not a tree, it's a person. So it's a little odd. I wonder what technology captures ghosts in Teslas or whatever this is. What do you think? Think it's just like, I don't know. Think it's ghosts?
He got this William
Very interesting. Hey guys, I just wanted to remind you that I make one of these videos every single day, so feel free to subscribe so that we can stay in touch. And speaking of, I especially want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed this week and everybody who has sent comments. It has been so heartwarming just to be able to connect with you. It really has been. So specifically you guys, I am sending you a huge hug and I can't wait to meet the rest of you. So onward. I don't know why this is showing up like this and I apologize, but just give me a sec. Bear with me here, friends. All right, let's do
Tell me
it.
a ghost story that sounds completely.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm sick, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, back on track. For some reason, I have 2 videos from my last one still in here. I don't know why. Okay, we're going.
It wasn't here when I left and ain't nobody here. I always thought that it was somebody living in the motherfucking basement, bitch.
I'm gonna take a wild guess from the comments of that video that a lot of you haven't heard of Phrogging and not like jumping around and shit. Phrogging with a P. That shit is scary, bro. For a little context on that video, there's a mess in this lady's house and she didn't make the mess, her kids didn't make the mess, and she's convinced that it's somebody else inside her house that made this mess. She's panicking, she's taping off the attic to make sure there's nobody living up there, and like her friends and family are calling her wild for doing all this, but I believe you, I fucking believe you, because this shit is scary. Phrogging is when somebody lives in your house without you knowing. Not because they have nowhere to live, but because it's like an adrenaline rush for them. It's a game to live in your house without you knowing. And there's a whole community of people who do this. I've seen a lot of scary movies. I watched a movie on Phrogging. I forget what it's called. You could probably look it up. That shit scared me more than any scary movie I've ever watched in my fucking life. Because it's a real thing. I kind of lucked out though because this family has a whole spare room that nobody goes in, so I'm kind of just vibing.
I believe the movie that he's talking about is called I See You, and it's scary, and it's exactly about that. It's just scary because you're almost like coexisting. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Silent Hill, but I feel like it's kind of like that, but reality on all the parts. So just watch out, especially if this is becoming some weird trending thing. I don't like that. Why do we have to do that? I'm sorry the format is a little messed up, but just give me a second. I'll keep fixing it. There we go.
Songs here, we sang artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief. But he said about a window and a door or something. Oh, then he said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
The diva Rhianna.
She's from Barbados?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she's Bayesian. How did you come in contact with her? We signed it that night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 in the morning was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 in the morning.
Wow.
That day I was absolutely certain.
You can read into this if you wanted to, or you can see it like they're just doing their job and trying to sign an artist that they knew and they were right was going to blow up and change the world of music. So I doubt that they would have actually made her go out the window if she didn't want to sign, but with more and more stuff coming out, you never really know. Glad she's okay.
I hear the train a coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm looking for the present. And time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling. All down the side, all down the side. When I was just a baby, my mama told me
I can't believe there wasn't more about this out there. This needs to be talked about. Where are those people? They were saying that there's 650 people in that prison and 500 of them are just listed as unaccounted for. So, and just leaving them behind and everybody just leaving. Like, can you imagine just being in a cell and stuck in water and just like, this is not okay. This is not okay. That can never happen again. I wonder if anybody, they had to have snuck into that prison to do, those like urban search things that people do and haunted places. I'm really curious. Maybe I'll try and find one. Has anybody else did anybody else know about this? And then just when they finally went back and took whoever was still there, they put them on an overpass that was flooded because that's the only way they could make sure they didn't go anywhere. This is just crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe this wasn't all over the news. Maybe it was. I don't know. I was a little kid, but I think it's time for some good news. What do you think?
This man is still alive today because his dog gave him CPR, even though he was never trained to do so. Darren woke up one night at 1 a.m. feeling dizzy and unwell, so he decided to go downstairs and make himself some coffee. But when he got to the bottom step, everything went black. He was having a massive heart attack known as a widowmaker, which is often fatal. The next thing Darren remembers is briefly regaining consciousness 3 hours later at 4 a.m. with his 1-year-old golden retriever husky mix jumping on his chest. When Darren woke up in that moment, Bear sprinted upstairs and started howling and jumping on Darren's wife, Janice. Janice quickly realized that her husband wasn't in bed, followed Bear downstairs to find Darren on the ground, and quickly called paramedics. Darren was transported to the hospital where he underwent triple bypass surgery, saving his life. His chest was covered with paw print marks, and doctors said that without chest compressions to keep his blood flowing, Darren may not have made it more than 10 minutes after his collapse. That means that Bear's jumping is likely what kept Darren alive, and Bear kept it up for the entire 3 hours before Darren regained consciousness. When Darren returned home, he said that Bear jumped into his arms and he just broke down crying, hugging his dog, who has now earned the nickname Hero Puppy. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Animals never cease to amaze me. That is incredible. That man is alive today because of that amazing dog. The fact that he had to keep doing that to keep the blood flowing, or else he would have died. 3 hours of that? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I don't even know. I want to cry. It's so beautiful. But I'm glad everybody's okay, and I'm glad that they appreciate it, and I hope that Bear is having the best life ever because he is one good boy. So I'm going to leave it on that, and sorry for the technical issues we had, and I'm sorry you had to listen to me sound like this, but we got through it, and I will be back tomorrow no matter what. So have a beautiful night, and I just want to thank everybody again who has been supportive. Not only you guys, you amazing people out there, but the people in my own life who are just really amazing. And I'm very lucky. And it's important that we remember that we're lucky. We're all lucky. So think about the things you're grateful for, because I know I will be. And you guys are definitely on that list. So have a great night, and good night, Grandma. Love you.